All right, let's talk about a really big shift happening in AI right now. This is about moving beyond the kind of AI you just talked to and into an era of AI that actually does the work for you. Let's dive in.
Look, I get it. If you're feeling a little bit of AI fatigue, like you've heard all the hype before, you are definitely not alone. We've been promised all these revolutions that, just turned out to be slightly better email writers. But the shift we're talking about today, from a simple chatbot to a true agent, well, that's a whole different ballgame.
So what's the big idea here? It's pretty simple, really. We are watching the end of the chatbot era unfold. We're finally moving from an AI that acts like a passive brain, just a source of information, to an AI that actually has hands to get in there and help you with your work. Let's really look at this contrast. The chatbot era, which is where we've been for the last couple of years, is all about AI that stays in its little box. It'll answer your questions, it'll write you a draft, but it is stuck inside that browser window. The agent era? This is where the AI breaks out of the box. Now it can execute real tasks, create new files, and work right alongside you on your desktop. It's the difference between having an advisor and actually having a doer.
And we all know exactly why this matters so much. It's about finally escaping that Excel hell, that tedious, soul-crushing, manual busywork, all the copying and pasting and reformatting that just eats up our day. This is the exact problem that AI agents are designed to solve.
Okay, so enough with the abstract ideas. Let's make this totally real. I want you to meet your new AI coworker, and we'll do that by looking at the real-world example of a consultant named Rios.
So, this is what Rios is staring at the end of every month, and it is a total mess. We're talking a project folder just jam-packed with messy bank statements, a bunch of old PDFs, a super dense technical guide, and even scanned handwritten notes. I mean, in the past, this meant hours upon hours of just painful manual work. But here's where the agent era changes everything for him. His approach is completely different. He just gives the AI agent one simple, high-level instruction. Notice he's not telling it how to do the work, not step by step. He's just telling it what he wants the outcome to be. He's acting like a manager, not a micromanager.
And here it is. This is the magic moment. The result isn't just a block of text in a chat window. No way. The AI agent actually went ahead and created a brand new PowerPoint and a new Excel spreadsheet, and it put him right there, in his project folder. It didn't just give him an answer, it delivered the finished work.
Okay, so you're probably thinking, how on earth does this actually work? It really does feel like magic, but it's not. It's all built on three key pieces of technology. Let's pull back the curtain and see how these agents actually get it done.
First up, and this is absolutely critical, is something called desktop agency. Think about it. A tool like ChatGPT just lives in a browser tab. It's isolated. This is different. This AI has an actual presence on your computer. It can literally see your screen, open your files, and navigate through your folders. That gives it all the context it needs to do real, meaningful work.
Second, it uses something called planning loops. Now, when you give it a big, complicated goal, it doesn't just, dive in head first. Instead, it stops, it thinks, and it breaks that big problem down into a series of smaller, logical steps. It analyzes the documents, then it extracts the data, then it compares everything. It builds a complete, step-by-step plan to get from that messy folder to those polished, final files.
And this brings us to the third pillar, which might just be the most important one: safety. You're probably wondering, is this thing going to go rogue and start messing with my files? And the answer is no. It's designed from the ground up to be a collaborator, and it works on a permission-first basis. It will always check with you before it does anything major. It's a true coworker.
And this is literally what that safety looks like. The agent will just pause what it's doing and ask you for approval. It keeps you in the driver's seat, making sure the AI works with you, not just for you. So all of this tech is amazing, but it all leads to the one question that really matters. What does this mean for your job, for your career? Well, it points to a really powerful change in the way we're all going to work.
Just look at this contrast. Right now, a lot of us are doers. We spend, maybe 40% of our week just wrangling data, manually mapping things in spreadsheets, doing all those repetitive tasks. With AI agents as our coworkers, our role shifts. We become the director. We get to spend less time bogged down in the execution and more time on high-level strategy, telling the AI the what and the why.
And this, right here, is the most important thing to remember. This technology is not about replacing you. It is about elevating you. The agentic AI handles the tedious doing so that you can finally focus on the strategic directing, the really valuable work that requires your human expertise and your judgment.
You know, the game is really changing, and fast. Using AI for simple little tasks like writing a few emails, well, that's a 2024 mindset. The real competitive edge, the real power, is going to come from leveraging these AI agents to execute complex, multi-step projects from start to finish.
So, let's wrap up with this thought. The technology, it's here. It's ready. Your new AI coworker is basically waiting to clock in, roll up its virtual sleeves, and start tackling all that busy work. The only question left is, are you ready to step into the role of its director?